Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is BMT coming at you again with BMT as well as comics for nerds. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to do this one. I definitely want to get in and have this conversation. I felt like this would be a pretty dope discussion to go over. I know this is not the biggest one or like the hypest or the more epsilon cool thing to talk about. But I definitely have a fondness and a love for comics. I have a love for, it's something that shaped a lot of people. I know some people don't care about it. Some people rather talk about, all kind of things. But I thought I wanted to go over and discuss, some stuff that is going on, especially in the DC universe, as well as, stuff going on in Marvel. Now, whether you be a fan or a lover or of either side, that's on you. I'm not one to tell you what to like, what to get into, because that's up to you as your repertoire of what you should have as a fan or as a watcher of those certain types of art. But this is something I definitely want to push that. I definitely want to be that because, again, I hear a lot of people talk about these things, but then, I guess they don't really express how they feel. Um, but I definitely want to push into the scope of discussing where DC is going with comics. Is it something that's going to be welcome? Is it something that's going to be looked down on? Is something that is going to be spat upon? There's been a lot of feel for for Batman, the Cape and Cowl, Crusader, the Dark Knight, the billionaire playboy. But now we're looking at it where DC is going in a different direction. They are actually going to be pushing for a new burst type of Batman. And a lot of people have a lot of feelings about it. They have different types of talking points about it, whether they welcome it or they look down on it. It depends on how they feel. Me, I actually am more so for this direction of how they're pushing this and also how they're going to try to shape it. It seems more fun. It seems more light and interactive. If you're coming on in, please like the video, share the stream. That does me a plus. But I definitely want to talk about this, and I definitely want to go over the direction of how they're trying to push Batman. A lot of people are saying, no, no, no. Why make Batman black? Why does he have to do this? And I'm like, hold up. Why can't he? I mean, is it not an ideology? And this is not the first time that we have ever seen Batman black or ever seen there be a black person in the Dark Knight family. There have been many people throughout the history who are in the Bat family that are black. So this is not something that is new. This is not something that is ever so much done. I definitely get tired of always hearing that. They definitely did. They definitely pushed out Miles Morales, and a lot of people thought that was going to be a good idea. But look at it now. When we look at Miles Morales and how he's accepted into the Spider family in the Spider Verse. I mean, between the game, shout out to his game that came out. I played it, Spider Man, Miles Morales. A lot of people didn't think that game was going to pull or come out very well, but come to find out, it did very well. It actually, the comics are selling very nicely. Um, but a lot of people have a feel that sometimes they just don't want to see change. Um, Let me see. Let's see if we can pull it up. But I'm definitely up for the conversation. I'm definitely up for the talking points. Um, and I definitely want to go over this. And just tickle your fancy about this talking point. But like I said, again, I'm your host, BMT. I know this is not a really big thing to a lot of people, but this is a big thing for me, and especially for me growing up in comics. So if you don't know, this is the new Batman right here. This is the new Batman. This is the new look. I love it. I like the feel of it. They definitely are going in a strong direction of how they're doing this. Some people say, why? Why does he have to change? And I'm like, listen, dude. Um, Batman has given up his mantle or has had other people don the mask multiple times, from Tim to Terry. Different people have donned the mask, and have even down to Superman has even portrayed Batman one time, just while the Cape Crusader was in and out of commission when he had his back broken. So, literally, you can go. I encourage y'all to go purchase the comic for support. Purchase it, y'all. Purchase it. Support the comic. I believe it's a really good comic. Future State, the next Batman 2. That literally is it. Ridley, Ayala, Seven Beard, Brigade. They have different people that are definitely pushing this. They definitely have a multicultural group. We definitely see he's going back to the roots and stuff. If you don't know, I don't want to ruin too much. This was dropped around December 10th. They announced this new Batman. Now they've already spoiled it on who it is. This is Tim Fox. Spoiler alert. Actually, I don't want to go too much into detail, but this is from the Fox family. And as you already know, most of Batman, we know he is an amazing genius. He makes a lot of stuff. But Batman's the guy behind Batman in his gear, his tech, a lot of his machinery is Lucius Fox. Lucius Fox. If you don't know who Lucius Fox is, you need to go look him up. Definitely, Morgan Freeman portrayed him. Morgan Freeman portrayed him. Um, Morgan Freeman portrayed him in Gotham. I mean, in doggone Batman. And you got to think, in the Dark Knight, Morgan Freeman is known for building majority of his tech. He's known. His first appearance was in 1979. Everybody likes to believe that literally Morgan Freeman is. Everybody likes to believe that Batman makes all his tech. That is not true. There actually is a genius that works at Wayne Industries that makes him a black man. And I'm not even trying to. I'm just being honest. Like, y'all, I know everybody gives it that Batman does all the stuff. No, he doesn't. It's literally Lucius Fox. If anybody was a Batman, he's smart. He's a genius. He's one of the smartest men. But majority of his tech, majority of his gear is made by Lucius Fox. His company is predominantly run by Lucius Fox. So when people say like the night and day, when Batman's doing everything at nighttime, Lucius Fox is making his tech and his gear during the daytime or in the evening. And also he's even taken over the company Wayne Industries and has run it very well. And so you definitely have it where and he's also been around the Wayne family for a long time, and he's known for also creating the Batmobile that you've seen in the movies, as well as different other vehicles to help out in his endeavors. Now, the thing about it is, a lot of people say, "Well, I feel like this is Cloud, this is Cap." Um, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lucius's son. Lucius's son is definitely going to be the new Batman. Batman is black now. I guess Black Lives Matter can stop. I mean, but the thing about it is, um, I think the thing about it that people don't understand is that there's always been different Batman. Hang on, let me just go ahead and pull up. Black Robin. Here we go. Let me go ahead and pull this out. So first things first. First things first. Let me go ahead and get this out there for you guys. Uh, this is Robin. Actually, one of the Robins that actually is in the Bat family. He actually, this kid literally is ahead of the game. He actually has been doing it for a while. I know a lot of people think, oh, no, that's not true. No, he is actually DC continuity in the Bat family. This is one of the Robins. When Batman literally lost his mind and literally stopped being Batman, this kid right here alone actually, yes, and that's actually how he used to dress. He used to wear a red R, and hang on, there you go. Boom. I mean, he's very dope. The kid can fight. He's mixed martial arts. This Robin right here actually has been there for almost a year's time, since 2018. And actually he's taken under the wing of Tim. And so that says a lot of Tim. He's under Dick. Dick has trained this one. And Dick is honestly the closest one to being Batman. There has been a little bit of rivalry between Damian and this Robin because of how they roll. He's more urban, but definitely he has a pretty good heart at things. He's a lot more. He's a lot more about it. But other than all the different types of Robins, this was the Robin that literally already started dowling the mantle and actually running in the streets. And he's also been fighting alongside in the Bat family for quite a while. Like, this kid has literally been doing this for a while. That's why I find it very interesting when people make it seem like, well, there are no black. No, this kid is literally on his itch. He's literally really good. And that's why I said, like, that's why I say you can tell the people who don't read comics. He's also worked alongside with what's the guy's name? I'm sorry, I'm messing up today. I'm having brain farts. Not Static Shock. Static Shock is from Icon. Black Lightning. But for the most part, Batman can't be everywhere. I would probably say this one has more connection to actually having more urban connections to the streets. Between all the Robins, it's between this one and this is actually my favorite Kitty, which is that one and literally this one. I actually favor these two. He's more so with his tech and his gear. I don't even like that costume. That costume is disgusting. It's hideous. I don't know what they thought when they gave him all this stuff, but got to be honest, he is a really cool, dope Robin. But when we get back to it, when it comes to DC, they definitely went in the direction of doing this. Let's get to what they have to say in there. Everyone meet Jace Fox, the next Batman issue, #1 spoilers. The next Batman issue 1 is published today. And that was literally on January the 5th. That's when it was released, that this is the new Batman. This is the new direction, was published for DC Future State, with its lead feature story. This new Batman, revisiting some very familiar tropes. I think this is pretty dope, and what they got going on. And hang on, what's good? Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to read the comments while also doing all of this stuff. Um, so, courtesy of 12 years, 12 years, courtesy of 12 years, a slave screenwriter John Riley, Doom Patrol, and artist Nick Durrington, colors Tamara Bullivant, and letters by Clay Corvell. This Batman is going to be operating in a dystopian Gotham in which wearing mask is illegal. If you wear a mask in this new age, you're more likely to be shot and killed on sight. Um, it's a really dope feature of how this family gets by. He doesn't come from no bum family. He is trained. He has military training as well as different world training. Um, he has his sister. I think his mother is a lawyer, and his brother, who also was in the Bat family, he was Batwing, who had like an Iron Man bat suit. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I showcase that. Um, there we go. So let me make sure I show you that. So Batwing, which was also the other Batman, this one was also a bat suit made by Lucius Fox. He gave to his son, um, Lucas, Luke Fox, and this suit right here is very high tech, very Iron Man. It's like I said, there are multiple Batmans. I mean, there's a Batman in Africa. This dude right here, literally, before, like, if you look at it, before you, I would probably say if you look at the features of how the Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond, let me show Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond. You look at his suit, notice, boom. And then, now this is way in the future when Batman's an old man. Again, I told you, Lucius Fox design. So a lot of the stuff that you see, I mean, there have been different Batmen that have donned the cowl. He's pretty dope, very high futuristic. Sometimes they've even had to, when they go against Batman, when he steps out of line. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a lot of different things going on. The Batwoman series, I didn't want to say nothing negative, but literally, my gosh, the Batwoman series, they got some work to do. But we're seeing it definitely where it's going in a different take. So I don't want people to be feeling like, hey man, like DC, why are y'all doing this? Y'all never done this before. Yes, they have done it. Whereas they have used other different types of Batmen to literally, get, do their message or actually, be successful. There's a lot of familiar visual references here from longtime Batman fans who may be a little worried that it's no longer Bruce Wayne under the mask. We all know it's Tim Fox, estranged son of Lucius and Tanya Fox, brother of Luke and Tam Fox. Tanya is now working for the opposition for the anti-mask Mayor Nikino behind the Peacekeeper and Magistrate programs of Gotham. We already know, if everybody's saying Batman is a superhero, he is, but Batman is also known as a vigilante. He's also known as an anti-hero. So it's only befitting that Batman would go against that of the corporate system of having to wear a mask. That has always been the trope. So that's why when people say that, you know what, Batman should stay this or stay that, no, that's a false. It's a false equivalent because the ideology of Batman go strong. Um, we also need to get at it whereas to and I don't want to ruin it for y'all. You guys, I'm encourage y'all. Buy the comic, support the comic. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I know a lot of people say, well, they're doing this because it's a black person. No, this is different. Everybody, like I said, this is not new in DC. DC has a lot. DC is very diverse. I would honestly want to say DC is very more diverse. I don't know what the heck we're looking at. But DC is very more diverse than what we actually like to presume. I would give their comics and their animated movies more love than their actual live films. I would say they do that very well with their comics, the live movies. We know on CW, UPN, they do very well with their shows. It's kind of hit or miss. I've watched Arrow. I've watched I should have got more into the Flash until it started. Everybody became a speedster. I was like, God dang, who's not a speedster? Like, what's the point of being a superhero if everybody knows who the freak you are? So, good morning, Mama Sheila. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess some people feel a certain type of way about seeing, the new Batman. Of course, it's something that I'm definitely supporting. What's good, BMT? Stopping by. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, all y'all. I know this is not hip or cool, but I think it's very dope. Somebody said, I don't know what that means, but I'll definitely check into that. Another thing that's going on now, this is something I don't agree with. I do not agree with this. I don't like it. And listen, y'all, comic books have meaning. They make or break. They have a lot of stuff of symbolism. And I feel like some people contort ideologies or literally beliefs in comics for their own means. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And what I mean by that is right now, one of my beloved favorite Netflix shows, aka The Punisher, is literally the imagery of the skull and crossbones of the Punisher is being taken out of context and literally being used as an anti-anarchist, anti-government thing. And if you know the background of Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, you will know that Frank Castle is immensely supportive of the military as well as the boys in blue. He is immensely supportive of, being fair. But he understands that, hey, because of corruption, that certain types of industry and publications need to be punished. That's why I understand, and I very much so enjoy. I enjoy the Punisher more than I enjoy Deadpool. I think he is more of the more iconic. Like for me, Hell's Kitchen, I would rather read about Frank, Daredevil, and Luke Cage and Moon Knight before I read about the bigger A-listers. Because the thing about it is Frank sees the world for what it is. He sees the underbelly for how it can be. But other people try to always look for the other side of how things are. I don't think that's true. Good morning, Sincere One. Good morning. Batwoman is a black woman. Yes, they did actually, and I could actually let me know, Sincere One. I will actually report on that. I believe Batwoman in the UPN show is now a black woman. I think. Hang on, let me put that. Let me see about that. I believe Batwoman is no. I believe Batwoman is now black. Okay, yes. Okay, so the first black Batwoman is here, Jevica. Lisa talks about tackling superhero role in CW series. So, the new Batwoman is a black woman. When is all this happening? Where's all these crossovers and stuff? This is a lot of new stuff. God dang, like they're just crossing over and everything. Okay, so all right, I guess the whole Bat family all going culture now. I mean, I'm for it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I believe the other one she quit. But hang on. So let me finish up with the Punisher first. I don't want to get off topic. So, definitely when it's coming towards the Punisher. So the police and military personnel have adopted the Marvel character, the Punisher's iconic skull, as a symbol of force in recent years. But the character's creator, Gary Conway, told Forbes that the character was never meant to symbolize oppression. He now hopes to reshape the Punisher for this moment in history. So what's going on is that the creator of the Punisher, Gary Conway, is saying that, hey, people are taking my likeness of a character that I made and they're using it in a way I don't approve. I'm not for that. And I don't blame them. First introduced in 1974 in Spider-Man comic book, the character of Frank Castle, a Marine veteran of the Vietnam War, became the Punisher after witnessing his family murdered by the mob in Central Park. And decided to wage his own war on crime. The Punisher evolved as the decades went on. In the 1980s, Conway told Forbes the character was a larger than life crime fighter that readers living during Ronald Reagan's presidency could identify with. While in the early 2000s, Castle was a deeply disturbed, marginalized, and almost crazy figure. And the character's central behavior, using murder, torture, and coercion, and other brutal enforcement tactics, has remained. Now, understand this. I like Frank Castle, one, because, of course, I'm a veteran. Shout out to all veterans. Shout out to all children and spouses or family members who are veterans. I much respect to y'all. We support you here on the BMT family as well as BMT networks. So I understood that. I understood that because the comic book background story was nobody would touch the mob, and Frank was like, "This is BS. You won't." When the law fails the average Joe, that's when I feel like I have to step up. I, the people, have to step up, and I understand that of the Punisher. When it comes down to it, they're saying that his message has been taken. With the advent of wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, the Punisher was rebooted in 2014, included the late Navy SEAL and sniper Chris Kyle among its fans, with the logo appearing in American Sniper's film based on Kyle autobiography. Police officers, other military, Fox News host Sean Hannity, and others, and some believers of the QAnon conspiracy theory also became fans, and some law enforcement officers were spotted wearing the logo at the recent protesters sparked by George Floyd's death. Ooh. But Conway says their usage of the logo enrages and embarrasses him. So this is not from me. This is from the creator of The Punisher, that literally, you guys, he's saying that, hey, y'all took what I built and y'all are misinterpreting it and not using it properly. The Punisher is a representative of the failure of the law in order to address the concerns of the people. Told you. But see, of course, I'm a comic book kind of guy. I'm a nerd. I understand that of what Frank Castle is about. If y'all don't know, go watch The Conversation on Netflix, season 2 of Daredevil, where Frank And when the Punisher and Daredevil have a strong conversation on the roof, and he talks about, listen, you put bad guys away, they get out the next day. I put bad guys in the dirt, they stay down. You're not helping, you're just empowering more evil. That's always been Frank's model on literally on his ideology. When the small guy is getting stomped on by the law, by when the law won't do anything, that's what he's always been about. When law and order fail, then who steps in? And he's willing to shoulder that. Addresses the concerns of the people who feel abandoned by the legal system. Conway told Ford, emphasizing he was speaking from his personal perspective and adding, it's always struck me as stupid and ironic that members of the police are embracing what is fundamentally an outlaw symbol. That is a fact. You have people who are law enforcement. No offense, but if y'all ever read the Punisher comic book, dude, he busted a lot of cops. The cops were always after the Punisher. Do they not watch the series? The cops didn't like Frank because Frank broke the law. Frank kills people. Frank does not go by the penal law. He doesn't go by the justice code. If you are a pedophile, you're not going to jail with Frank. He's going to kill you. If you beat on a woman, Frank is most likely going to break your collarbone. That's the whole point of the key word, the Punisher. So that's why I'm trying to figure out about these things. Same thing about Batman. Batman does the law. That's what I say. Batman and the Punisher. I don't think people actually understand the ideologies of those two men. In response to Conway launched a t-shirt design initiative, not affiliated with Marvel, called Skulls for Justice. Let me click on that. Whoa! So the creator of the Punisher made this. He's making these. So he supports Black lives. He supports Black Lives Matter. And he also was not for how George Floyd died. Now that's interesting that the law enforcement, they like his shirts. So why don't y'all go buy his shirts? This has nothing to do with Marvel. He made these shirts to support Black Lives Matter and also people who he feels have been disfranchised. I find this very interesting. I think that's pretty dope. This is out of his own pocket. He's making t-shirts. I think that's a pretty cool one. They got some people that are buying the shirts and stuff. He's trying to get them sold for $20. I mean, that's not bad. I think that's pretty cool. So I might look into going probably getting a shirt like that. But what do you got to say to that? Wow, this one is selling really good. So here he goes. He's selling t-shirts to support Black Lives Matter and other groups, man. Hey, Ray Ray. Ray Ray is my girl. Shout out to Ray Ray and On the Floor, Ray Ray and CK. Y'all guys need to go check her out. Let me drop a link, but I think Ray Ray can definitely come up, if she wants to. But yeah, he's doing his own type of t-shirts and stuff. But do I think the Punisher icon and logo should be used and tarnished? I don't have a problem with nobody buying a shirt, but I don't think people understood um the meaning behind that. Listen, I'm a veteran. I'm a proud supporter of defending the rights for freedom, but I'm not for what happened on the Capitol. If it was something where they were about to crucify a bunch of innocent people, I would say, okay, let's take the Capitol. But not that. No. Now, 5 people are dead. 5 people won't be going home to their families. Other people are still trying to hype up other people. We need to fight. But are you going to be going to those funerals and going to... See, I've been to plenty of caskets. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. I don't think I understand about the Punisher. He has to carry those sins of those who died. And if you actually read and kept up with the Punisher comic books, he becomes the new Ghost Rider. It's all the sins of those he killed. You think Frank is going to heaven? No. I don't think people understand liberty and justice. What's going on, Ray Ray, the Awareness Channel? Shout out to my girl, Ray Ray. I've been trying to get you over here for a long time. How you doing?
Oh, I can't hear you for some reason. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I can't hear you at all.
I don't know why you can't hear me.
I muted you on YouTube.
Okay.
For some reason, I can't hear you.
But like I said, all right. Let me let Ray Ray get that.
Okay, great.
Q, I can hear you. Q, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so again, so here we have it right now. I'm gonna say I think a lot of this stuff after January 6th, which nobody should have had to die, is being taken way far. Like Sesame Street is pulling all the episodes with the letter Q. I don't know what that has to do with what the alphabet has to do with what a bunch of people at January 6th, but doesn't make sense. The Punisher of Marvel, they're talking about pulling that series. Like pretty much anything that has either a letter or an idea or a symbol that was anywhere in January 6th can get pulled. So, and I'm thinking that's unfair or that's not cool. But if that's the case, they just found out there was a CNN reporter there. Are we going to like ban CNN now? Or, you know, there's also a BLM supporter there. We're going to ban BLM. Like, how far are, if y'all want to do one, I feel like, yo, if you're going to ban one, go hit up the mall. Anything that was supported that. Well, I'm going to let Ray Ray weigh into, they're banning a lot of stuff because of January 6th and also because of the impeachment. I want to know your thoughts on it, Ray Ray.
Yeah, I just feel like Trump was the last stronghold. He was here for American rights, standing up for the Constitution the whole time he was there. And I just feel like the Democratic establishment doesn't appreciate having outsiders come in and especially making changes to the system as Trump was doing. So all of this is to discourage anybody else that's on the outside forever coming in and to move into a socialist country. You know, yeah, China's coming in to take over. I'm seeing more people in my area, of Chinese descent, in the liquor stores, in other stores. I'm starting to see. So you're slowly but surely, it's happening right before our eyes. The takeover is happening, and it's a shame that so many of us got caught up in voting for Joe Biden instead of really recognizing the truth, you know, and voting the right way, what's best for our community.
Okay. I noticed that now they're making stuff more culturally sensitive. Um, and more so, mind you, these types of iconic comic book characters were about freedom of speech, freedom of thought, the right to, if the system got out of control, these type of ideologies would get opposed. Do you feel like now there's no room for that anymore? Like, hey, whatever somebody tells you from a higher power, you have to just go by that and just accept it for what it is.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be the next 4 years. You have to bow down. You have to watch what you say. And they're coming for the flag. They're going to take our flag away. They're going to take our identity away as Americans. So I don't even know what we're going to be in the next 4 years. So all of these restrictions are part of the plan
Wow.
to suppress, to suppress the American voice and that freedom that we love so much. And a lot of black people are going to be in a lot of trouble because we love to express dissent all over the place. F this and F that. That's going away.
Wow. So, um, I really got to get a sit down with you, Ray Ray. I really need to sit down with you and have a good conversation.
Are you
Um,
muted? Are you muted? Because I can't hear you again.
I'm not muted. I'm not muted there.
You're not muted. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't
I,
know what's going on. But you got.
I was actually going to go pull up your channel. I'm actually going to go pull up your channel. Um, you guys, I want y'all to do me a solid. Is Ray Ray is a very dope content creator. Listen, she spares no expense. She is not. She does not skip around and play around with words. I can definitely appreciate her for her realness. What you see is what you get when she gives out the information. She looks it up. She's very politically savvy. Um, so I will definitely tell y'all to try her out. Do me that solid and try her out. I'm definitely going to try to get her to come over here more often. She has my email. I definitely want to get her to come over more often, so that way I can set up one-on-ones or have her have discussions with me on politics and also on a lot of different things. I feel like she would be very dope to contributing to. Um, I got to get you over here to come on down and sit on down and just put on some slides and just drink your coffee and just chill and just have a discussion. But yeah, I want to pick your brain for a lot of stuff. Right now I'm just finishing up on a comic book. Um, but I'm noticing a lot of comic books, a lot of industries of things are going over to more so of they're taking their white characters or caricatures and turning them either minority based, like black or Hispanic or Asian. Is that good or is that bad?
Well, I think that's bad. It's unfair to, the white society. Everybody who is white is not a racist and out to get black people. So I think that's horrible to kind of do that. And it's going to cause a lot of resentment. And it's going to be reflected towards our community because our community is the loudest and the proudest about doing this. It's this thing about, let's get rid of the white people. Let's strip them of everything. Let's, humiliate them and get rid of them. But they don't want to go after the Democrats, the people who make the policies that make our lives miserable. They see the solution as being target white people and white business and corporation, and not the people who make policies. So, I don't know.
But I know, like one of your main logos is Captain America, and coming up in Marvel, Captain America is now the mantle is now going over to his partner, and so Captain America is going to be black. I know a lot of people say no, Bucky should be it, but Captain America is going to be black. We also see Iron Man is now a black girl. She's now Ironheart. Who else is? So, well, I guess Wolverine can't be black, but we're definitely starting to see the Marvel lineup is going. I think Hulk. Well, Bruce Banner got it back. I mean, at one point Hulk was Asian. The new Hulk was Asian. But we're seeing it where they're definitely changing up the scheme of the lineup to being um, less white people, and they're making them more of blacks or women or different other. They're just not that. I believe they're going to be breaking into having even the first LGBT. We got a lot more LGBT superheroes that are coming out now. So the lineup for superheroes is definitely going to be changing from when I believe when me and Ray Ray were young to now. Who knows what you might get? Who knows what you might get? And part of me is scared. I understand what Ray Ray's saying. Uh, um, I get you. Yes, conservative. SJW comics, they do suck. They're not very fun. I'm sorry. I know y'all might not like that. I agree with Hood Servant about that. They're no longer about telling a story. They're more so about political agendas uh, than actually the story or the character. Uh, I remember they were talking about why does Wonder Woman have to look like that or be like that. And I'm like, wait, what's wrong with Wonder Woman being effeminate? She could be badass and effeminate. You know, like they had a problem with her being like that. They there's a lot of stuff that they've been changing. I don't agree with, and it's dealing with a lot with political, social justice stuff. Um, I believe they wanted I forgot who they wanted to be gay. I forgot somebody. They wanted one of the people. They were pushing for Green Arrow to be gay, but I'm like, why would Green Arrow be gay? He's married to Black Canary. Why would he need to be gay? But they're like, why can't he be gay? And I'm like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to sometimes you got to stop with the political nonsense, or literally, some of the heroes that like the question. I get it. He starts with a Q. That doesn't mean he's with QAnon. I'm really finding out that a lot of these political agendas they are destroying comics for a lot of us or a lot of our shows and stuff. Um, Keep that same energy. I better hear nothing when they turn when they make doggone Black Panther white. I don't want to hear nothing. And yes, there is a White Panther, so I don't want to hear nothing. If Black Panther gets turned into a white guy, keep that same energy. We need the Icon movie. He's the real Black Superman. You know, honestly, I would not be against that, and it's not impossible. Like, here's the thing about it. And I'm about to pass it over to Ray Ray. We have had Black superhero movies. Ray Ray, do you remember any Black superhero movies when you was growing up, or you never, or there were, or they never?
I know the swamp. What is the swamp? What is the thing? He's black. I remember quite a few. I can't think of them right now. Bill Cosby. I hate to bring him up, but Bill Cosby had a black superhero as well. I forgot his name. There are quite a few black superheroes, but they don't get the exposure like the Supermans and Spider-Mans. They didn't get that exposure. So that's what I'm saying. They really don't need to replace the characters. They just need to let the ones that they already have excel. We have black characters. I can't think of all of them, but we have a few.
Right. Do you think that a lot of this racial tension and pressure is being overhyped up, or literally there's more bigger issues than what they're trying to make it with these agendas?
Yeah, I definitely think it's being hyped up. A lot of Act Blue made a lot of money off of this racial stuff. A lot of little organizations made a lot of money off of racism. It's a huge what do they call that again? Like a money pot. Like you just go in and get it. You can use at any time. Racism, excuse me, at any time to profit off. Because people will always be there to support whatever agenda it is. You can make T-shirts, hats, and get it going. Money's just start coming in because you're saying it's based on racism. So yeah, I definitely think they're doing it, for profitable reasons, not for righteous reasons.
No, and I hate with that. But you guys, that's all we have for the comic. If y'all do enjoy that, let us know. I'm going to email and set up something with Ray Ray. I believe Ray Ray has a lot of stuff that she wants to drop, and I definitely need to set it up for her to start dropping that stuff. And yes, Blue Marvel is one of the most powerful people in Marvel, next to Sentry. If y'all don't know who Sentry is, you're missing out. Blue Marvel is way up there, and way up there. But that's the thing about it. I got to be honest. Not a lot of black people read comics when I was growing up. I grew up for a lot of comics like Blade, Meteor Man, Blank Man. Bill, like I said, Bill Cosby had a comic book hero. MC Hammer was a hero that when he would dance. Static Shock. I'm sorry, there's a lot of black heroes. There's a lot. So I don't. I think the thing about it is the narrative of if Ray can be just as good as a hero. She doesn't have to be the new Black Widow. She can go be another Spider or something like that. You know, just like, well, the new 007 is a black woman. Why do that? Just be your own 00. Better yet, 00 is supposed to be a man. I'm just being honest, it's a man. It's never been a woman. I mean, how many people can you sleep with as a man? I mean, as a woman. I mean, you can try, but I don't know. You get punched in the face and stuff. I'm saying it's getting very awkward. It's getting very out of place. I'm not trying to put too much into this. We definitely are seeing a lot of stuff going on. Yes, Batwoman is black also. Static Shock, yes, he is amazing as hell. And after Static Shock, go ahead, Ray.
No, I just wanted to say I don't know how I could forget this, but Storm and Catwoman. I forget that. I'm so sorry.
No, my bad. Storm is one of the leaders of the X-Men. Actually, when Cyclops done gone rogue how many times, Storm done been running the X-Men. And she's next to a god. I mean, no offense, but Storm's up there and she's a queen of her own country. So you got Storm, you have Catwoman. Yes, y'all. Selena is black. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of y'all may not want to realize that Selena is black. She's black. Batman has a thing for a sister, and he's always been chasing that booty around Gotham for the longest. So I'm just being honest with y'all. One of the most iconic anti-heroes and also part of the Bat family, Catwoman, that's a sister. I mean, Halle Berry had the walk. Her movie was shitty, but she had the walk of Catwoman. I still think the white girl did it better with the first Batman movie. But I'm just being honest. She was just a better Catwoman. I believed her more. But we got to be for real. Storm and Panther need to go ahead and make that Wakandan Prince super mutant baby. I mean, they might as well go ahead. But you know what? See, that's the thing about it. Black Panther, he can't get his shit together. Storm be getting tired of his ass doing all this crazy shit. And she be like, you know what? When you be fucking up, you see, Black Panther can't control that woman. That woman's a god. Every time and I don't like that. Every time, see, they be making Storm look ratchet as hell. Every time she get in an argument with T'Challa, her ass always be running right back to the X-Men. I'm like, nah, if you go outside this house again, don't come back. Stay your ass over there in America. You ain't gonna be running in and out. But then again, she took over Wakanda and ran that shit. And, I mean, kind of hard to compete with a god. It's a ploy to save the failing comic book industry. I would honestly, you know what? I would say DC is doing very well in comics right now. Marvel is taking hits because they went so hard left. And this is something that Ray was talking about with that left agenda sometimes. They went so hard left with the agendas and the guilt trip. No offense, I got to be honest with y'all. A lot of my white compatriots, they buy more comics and spend more money on comics than other minorities do. Not saying that there aren't other people, but I got to be for real. Nobody wants to read a comic and be getting shamed all the time. Nobody wants to read a comic and be getting shamed. I'm just being honest, man. I don't read no comic to look at that crap. And I mean, to be for real, the X-Men, the most iconic team, one of the next to, they're more iconic than the Fantastic Four now. What do you think they came from? Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. So I don't know. You can't really say that they're jocking on y'all. Luke Cage, that was a successful Marvel series. Blade, come on, y'all. Who in the culture did not watch Blade? Who didn't watch Blade? Blade saved Marvel. Not Iron Man, Blade. If it had not been for Blade 1 and 2, 3, that's questionable. But 1 and 2, yeah, we were all for that. We were all for Blade. Everybody was watching Blade. And white people weren't making a big stink about it. I'm just saying. They won a lot of awards with Blade. So we do have some great superheroes that are black. Um, we just gotta appreciate them and support. The comic book sales are down. DC was bought by AT&T, was bought Warner Brothers. Ooh, man. Boy, like I said, you might be right about that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead cut this stream. I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I'm gonna definitely look into the black Batwoman going black. I'm gonna be doing a little segment called Dope News, Black Dope News. You know what I'm saying? Also, YFN Lucci has turned himself in. He's looking at 4 felonies. It's not looking good for y'all, for that guy. Like I said, but hey, he was so much for it. They actually forced a shutdown this year because of COVID. Okay. Comic book sales, yeah. A lot of comic book actors have been hurt. So we're gonna go ahead and go. Much respect, much love to y'all guys. I'm BMT, alongside my friend Ray Ray. Ray Ray, you want to tell them about your channel there before we go?
You could just drop by. I talked about random topics, a lot of political stuff. If you want to go, hear anything. A lot of it is I guess outdated now that we have to deal with Joe Biden. But you can still go.
Listen, I know there will be plenty of stuff for you to talk about. I know you.
I don't know. I'm not doing it on that channel. I'll say that.
Oh, you don't want to do it on that channel?
Not on that channel. I would have to restart again because I could talk to you later about that. But, yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, like I said, you guys, definitely keep your eyes out. I'm definitely going to be pulling Ray Ray out more to get to talk about more stuff, political as well as social and different stuff. She's very dope when it comes for the stuff. So we'll definitely, and if y'all do enjoy us talking about stuff like comics and movies and stuff, let me know. I definitely enjoy it. I definitely enjoy talking about that. I'm not agreeing what's going on with the Punisher. I don't think that's right at all. And even the actor that literally, and yes, this is the new Batman. This is Jace Fox. I've checked out his first comic. It is really, really dope. I am enjoying it. I tell y'all to go check into it also. Let's see. Also, like again, I'm saying that as far as it's going towards the Punisher, the star John Bernthal responded to the Skull logo and the backlash and calls to retire the character. People already are trying to get them to retire the Punisher. I think that's BS. They want him to retire the Punisher character. The Punisher has always been a controversial and divisive character, but with Frank Castle's Skull logo continuing being adopted by so many extremists, some are calling on Marvel to retire it. That is BS. That's BS. Y'all didn't call on Marvel to retire the Red Skull, and that's a whole Nazi. What the freak? Y'all gotta understand, like, it's a comic. My God, like, what? If that's the case, then don't do no more slave movies then. Don't do no more slave movies. The Punisher is ruthless, murderous, vigilante with no regard for law. It's partly what's made him on Marvel's most popular character, but it's also meant that his symbol is beyond. Symbol has been adopted by both good and not so good people and organizations alike. The controversial skull emblem has been seen adorning the clothing and uniforms of civilians and law enforcement. Iconic given to Frank Castle and not a fan of the police. During some very tense situation over the years, and we saw it once again during the recent Capitol Hill riot. This has led to the lot of backlash with some even calling on Marvel Comics to retire the character, and I think that's BS. I don't think that it should. I don't think they. I think they're going about it wrong way. It's an impulsive, short-sighted reaction. On many Punisher fans have been quick to point out that his symbol is being misused. I agree. Netflix The Punisher star John Berthino responded to such fan on Twitter, stating that these lost and afraid people have nothing to do with Frank stands for. I agree. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you better go ahead and buy the Punisher series before they pull them and vault them. Buy them now. Buy them now. We already know people are stupid, so we better get them while we can, because we already know people are dumb and they're going to cause us to lose some good. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on, Jeremiah? No, the Punisher is in Marvel. The Punisher's in Marvel. I said that. Hush. Hush. What are you saying, David? Be quiet. So I'm a Punisher fan. No matter how many nut jobs steal his logo, I'll still be the Punisher fan. They don't understand what truly symbolizes. And again, the Punisher symbolizes when injustice in the law is not doing its job. That's when the Punisher steps in. I'm with you. Beautiful work. These people are misguided, lost, and afraid. And that's actually a pretty cool. I think it's pretty badass. How do you guys feel about that? Any words before we? Any words on that one, Ray Ray? About him saying that, hey, y'all taking it out of context or stuff, or is it fair that they should retire the Punisher? Oh, shit, she tried to call. Okay, well, let me just go ahead and show y'all this. This is a pretty cool thing. I think it's pretty dope right here. So he literally just saying that, hey, man, they're literally taking the Punisher and making it about, hey, it's about destroying the Capitol. And I don't think that's what he's about. Oh, no, you're good, Lorraine. I meant the DC protests. Oh, BT. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Like I said, that has nothing to do with him. I'm going to go ahead and buy me both seasons of The Punisher before they go ahead and rip it down. I'm not about to let them destroy something I love. I enjoy both seasons. I think it's really dope. I don't care what the rest of the other people try to do. They're crazy. Shut up, David. They're not going to make the Punisher a black woman. That's stupid. Nobody's going to make him black. God dang. Keep up with the times. Now, they give him a black sidekick, a.k.a., BMT, Heck no. Why? Wait, I don't want to be nobody's sidekick. Actually, I don't think anybody lives that long being the Punisher's sidekick. The dude they had a black dude who was his sidekick in the show. He got beat up. I'm not going to be the Punisher's sidekick. The hell with that. That's a loss. I'm not being his sidekick. Get my ass whooped. So, I'm going to see y'all guys. I'm BMT signing off. Peace.